Hello there guys, and welcome. It's Niran here, and today it is time for something extremely different. It's the Q&A time. I've been posting before each video that you can get your questions in. The Q&A. The deadline wasn't a real set deadline, but I'm recording this. What day is it? It's Friday, so about 2/3 days before I've actually uploaded it, and I got a lot more questions than I thought I would. So I'm going to be answering those for you guys. I'll put the questions on the screen. In the background, there'll be some F1 2013 gameplay, possibly some FIFA 14 gameplay a little bit later on. So let's get underway. So here we have the first question here from Gay, what a Twitter name, but it's just saying, yo, I'm RER Videos 1998. I was just wondering if there'll be any sort of Ultimate Team series on your channel anytime soon, and when will you get a PS4? Now, for the first one, this sort of ties in with the next question I got, actually. In terms of the Ultimate Team series, I really want it to be a live series. I really want to get my own live reactions and rages to what goes on Ultimate Team. So really I need to work out how to use this specific software on my computer before I can do that. I think I'm quite close to being able to do that. I've just hit my computer, that hurt a lot. But still, I think I'm quite close to being able to do that. I would like also to get a better webcam before I start an Ultimate Team series, because I'd like to do some face cam on that. But other than that, that's pretty much all I need to do. A better webcam isn't necessary, possibly. I don't know, it depends on the quality of my webcam. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get sort of up to speed with how to get that software working in the next sort of 2 weeks. And then in terms of the series, it'll probably be about 3 to 4 weeks from now. I'm hoping, just keep reminding me, just keep telling me you want to see that series, and I'll try and get it sorted. Right, so the next question is from the Kappa Gamer HD. Will you do facecam? I sort of answered that in the last question. Yes, I'm wanting to do that in Ultimate Team and any Let's Plays I do in the future. So, like, if you're a very, very old subscriber, you'll remember my Let's Play Dirt 3 series. For any videos like that in the future, I'll also want to do some facecam. And for any Q&A, videos from now, vlogs, all of that, I'd like to do some facecam at some stage. Right, so the next question comes in from Atomic Pluto, and it is, when did you start YouTube? Now, actually, when you're watching this, I know it's a few days from when I'm voicing it right now, but I think it was actually a year ago exactly, as you'll probably assume from the title. Yeah, I started on the 1st of April. I don't know whether that was my first ever video, but I know the channel was created on the 1st of April 2013, so it's effectively been an entire year, exactly a year since I started YouTube for this Q&A, so it's sort of for a special occasion. I didn't mean it to be, but it has ended up being that way, so yeah, that's when I started YouTube. Okay, so the next question then is from Aiden Plays MC. Hey, my question is, will you ever show your gaming setup? Now, I'm not actually, I mean, no one's ever asked me before, and I've never really thought about it. I thought about doing it for a special video, like, way in the future if I ever achieve, like, bigger goals. But yeah, I mean, I'd love to show my gaming setup. It's not very setupy at the moment. It's not very good at all, to be honest. It's just my, my game capture on the floor, my Xbox on the floor using the TV downstairs. But yeah, I mean, I will do in the future, probably when I hit a bigger milestone, when I have a bit more sort of money to spend on a decent setup. Okay, so after that we've got Mike Duncan, who asks, what's your favourite video game and why? And there's so many, it's unreal. In terms of more recent times, I probably have to say Grid, Race Driver Grid. The original one was just so epic. The fact you could have teammates, design your own team was just awesome, and the Le Mans thing as well. So even the offline was great, not only the online. And then also Dirt 3, probably the online on that was just amazing. In terms of in the past, like on PS2, V-Rally 3, the original Taco Race Driver, FIFA 07 was for some reason an epic FIFA game. And yeah, just any sort of racing games at the time. The IndyCar game from like 2005 was epic as well. A few of the old WRC games, all of the racing games back in the day, basically. Okay, so now we've got a pretty decent chunk of questions here from Gary Owen, whipping out 6 questions. I'm just going to reel these off in order. The first of which is, what is the best sprint race you have ever taken part in? Now, I would have to say, I think it was one of the series, one of the races that I would have done a video for in this series. Either the one in Korea, where I just kept on getting taken out, or a race in Brazil. I think it was the one that's titled Best Battle Ever in Brazil. I think I battled with the Williams, and then another one actually with the guy who just asked the question in Brazil. It was just literally both of us in a race. We had the best battle ever. I just wasn't recording it, which was a little bit annoying. What is your favourite F1 channel on YouTube? Now, I've got quite a few. Into the Barrier obviously springs to mind. He's someone who inspired me to make F1 videos, certainly. Probably about 6 months ago I probably just decided to make F1 videos before it came out. Tiamat Marduk as well, or Tiamat Mard UK, I don't know, I just don't know how you actually pronounce it. Arava as well, with his awesome ideas that he comes up with. I used to quite like Athlete, but then he stopped. Who else is, oh, obviously Alex Zappo as well. So yeah, they're about 4 or 5 YouTubers who certainly inspired me to start making F1 videos. Because I just enjoyed watching them. Into the Barrier was probably the first racing YouTuber I saw actually in you know, all over the show, like in terms of in any discipline, in any racing discipline. But anyway, the next question is, what is your favourite and least favourite tracks? My favourite track would either be Canada or Brazil, both on the game and in real life. Least favourite in real life has to be Korea. Always seems to be quite well, not necessarily a boring. No, so actually no. My least favourite on the game is Korea, but my least favourite in real life would probably be Hungary. What assists do I use? I use is it like medium setting on ABS and on traction control. What made me start YouTube? That's an interesting question actually. Just watching some of the YouTubers who have now become extremely famous, and watching them and deciding, you know what, actually I would quite like to do that. People like KSI or GWT, Cal Freezy, Into the Barrier as well, people like that. Tobias Gaming, who else would there have been? MGH, Matt HD Gamer, all of those guys who do FIFA, and then some of the guys who do F1. Just watching them thinking, you know what, actually that would be quite fun to do. Yeah, so that's what inspired me to start YouTube. And the last question, the dirtiest lobby I've ever been in would either be in Korea, that race that I previously mentioned, or a single race that I was in Budapest, where I just kept on getting taken out, to be quite honest. Okay then, so the next question I got, which was actually asked by 2 people, but this is the one that I came up with, and what's your favourite team, asked by The Best? Great YouTube name. And I support Liverpool. I'm a Liverpool supporter, have been since forever. Okay, so the next question here from Emil Rai-Holmbo, I don't know if I've pronounced that right, is Hazard or Neymar? Now, actually, this sounds like quite an easy question, but it got me thinking. I think I would have to say Eden Hazard over Neymar, because Neymar's not particularly been proven yet. Playing for Barcelona, not really a huge challenge over in the Spanish League. Although saying that, Hazard doesn't tend to do very well in the big games, but I would still go for Eden Hazard, personally. Okay, so now we have Shadow66648. What is your worst fear? I know this is going to sound really stupid. Usually it would be something like spiders or you know, being in tight spaces. My worst fear is daddy long legs. Those things are just freaking weird. They are, man, I hate them. I don't particularly have many phobias. Spiders, sort of. But my only real phobia, I would have to say, is of daddy long legs. They are. But anyway, next question is from Blue Frog Gaming HD. What gaming equipment do you use? This also ties in with the next question as well. I use a Horpage HD gaming sort of game capturer device. I'll put it up on the screen now. It's sort of outdated for those who are very, you know, specialists in this sort of area and, you know, YouTube and all that. Not any sort of Elgato or new Horpage system. In terms of my console, I use just a simple Xbox 360, not the new version. It was an slightly older Elite. Normal controller, all of those sorts of shenanigans. I just got a normal computer, normal Lenovo computer, not particularly good for gaming, although in the future I will get a gaming computer and I'll try and do some PC gaming. So yeah, if you would like to see that, leave a comment in the description, in the comments section. I can try and get that going, but it will take a little bit of time because my computer's not that good for gaming currently. But yeah, that's pretty much the gaming equipment I use. Other than that, just the wires that come with my capture device. Not particularly much, and yeah, just my normal mic as well, which I don't know the brand of, unfortunately. It's not very good, let's be honest, so you probably won't want to buy it anyway. And that actually ties in nicely with the next question from Assembled Pig 98. What mic do you use, and do you use an Elgato to record? I don't use an Elgato to record, they're a little bit too expensive at the moment. The game capture I actually bought was £40 from a friend. I was very lucky actually, because they're about £80 on Amazon and eBay. But yeah, in the future I'll try and get an Elgato. At the moment, I think the one that I have at the moment produces quite a good image, quite a good HD image, so I don't particularly think I need to get a new capture device. And unfortunately I don't know the brand of my mic, as I expressed a moment ago, but when I get a new mic I'll tell you guys what it is. Okay, so the next question comes in from I Squared. It's actually quite an interesting one. What is your favourite player of all time, even in football? Now this is interesting. Back in the day I probably would have said Michael Owen, because he's the person who got me into supporting Liverpool in the first place, but nowadays I'll probably say Steven Gerrard. You know, just so faithful, you know, you can rely on him the whole time. Also players I really enjoy watching, like now or in the past, Luis Suarez, just Just, I know he's a bit controversial, but what a player he is. Back in the day, I also liked watching the Arsenal front two, Dennis Bergkamp and Thierry Henry, because they were just magical to watch as well. But yeah, my favourite player of all time will probably be Steven Gerrard. And now the next question from the same guy, actually: if you could manage any team in real life, who would it be? Either Liverpool, because I support them, Southampton, because they've got a great youth academy and a great youth structure, or Bayern Munich, because, well, who wouldn't want to manage Bayern Munich? And then, so now it's been so much fun, but we now move on to the last question of this Q&A from Mitchell Smith. How come you don't upload your Aston Villa career series that often? I think the run I've been on currently has been very often. That's the reason why I got that question, and I thought maybe, you know, people do want to see that a lot. I do get a lot of support on that series. The real thing is, I always try and produce a bit of variety. When I first started, I think my first 9 or 10 videos were Aston Villa career, and I don't particularly want to just be someone who does one thing. I want to be a little bit diverse in terms of the games that I play, the series that I do. At the moment, I think I've got currently about 6 active series. When it gets to the summertime, I'll try and make some more Let's Plays, and the FIFA 15 show will return. So it'll be up to some... Did I say 6? I said 6 before, didn't I? Well, it'll move up to about 8 or 9, possibly, if I can think of some other series, as well as the Ultimate Team series. So yeah, it'll be about 9 towards the summer, early sort of... Well, no, late spring, early summer. But yeah, just the amount of school stuff I've got going on, you know, revising for exams and stuff, which leads me on to the next thing I'll say after this. I know it's not a question, but I'll have to say anyway. And yeah, just lots of school stuff, trying to bring some variety to the different types of subscribers I have. So obviously I've got subscribers who liked Grid back in the day, who will now like Formula 1, who like the tips videos I do, or people who like the career mode series. So it's kind of like difficult to get a balance to make the different videos that I make, but I'm hoping you guys enjoy the balance that I do make and the different sort of variety of videos that I do. So as I alluded to a moment ago, I do have to say something, and that is that really and truly in the next sort of week, I think it's about a week after this video comes out, I'm gonna have to go down to a video every 3 or 4 days, because I can't maintain doing the quality, well, trying to make the videos as good as I can make them, and, you know, preparing for exams, revising and stuff. And I mean, you know, so at the end of the exam period, I will literally just blitz out double uploads every other day, all of that good shenanigans. But for now, I really can't I have to get the balance, unfortunately, or else I can't, you know, if I don't do well in my exams, I don't carry on doing YouTube. So I sort of have to get the balance right at the moment. And in the summer, I'll just try and blitz out some awesome videos. But I hope you've enjoyed this awesome Q&A. I've never done one before, and I really like them. Like and subscribe if you did. Comment about enjoying it if you enjoyed it that much. And yeah, it's been a year. I can't believe it's been a year since I started doing YouTube. It really doesn't feel like it. It's gone so fast. But I hope you have a great day, guys. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.